Friends, today's NRI Samay program from Los Angeles brought to you commercial-free by listeners like you. Your generous donations make possible for us to stay commercial-free, and today's show is pre-recorded. If you have a question for the guest, please send an email to nrisamay@gmail.com. We will follow up with the guest and find the answer for you. Thank you for your support.
So the Dalit politics, the attitude towards Dalits at the moment is basically an appropriation of Dalithood. Because they are now appropriating Ambedkar very fast. The 125th anniversary of Dr. Ambedkar has been extremely appropriated by BJP, RSS, Vishnu. Everybody is celebrating. It's real fun. I mean, the ones who never knew about Ambedkar, they never heard, or actually, if you look at the other part of it, Ambedkar was pronounced as an anti-national by this same group, up till 10 years back. So now that anti-national has become the biggest nationalist icon for them. And now they say that Ambedkar was a person who upheld Hindutva, Hindu culture, because he went for Buddhism, because he did not go for Islam or Christianity.
Let me jump to the next question. Some of the Dalits, they are converting into Buddhism. Long time back, some of them had converted into Islam. I do not much know about their becoming Christians. Which religion, if a Dalit decides to condemn Hinduism and leave it, which religion is the closest and what had been the history?
See, again, when you talk about religion, religion is a question of faith. And it's a question of individual appeal. It appeals to you. If you ask me that which religion do I believe, you may ask me a question like that. And I don't believe in any religion. My name might sound like a Christian name, but I am basically a rationalist. So, Dalitism, if I talk about Dalitism, then Dalitism is all about rationality. It is all about reasoning. It is all about science and scientific outlooks and building scientific cultures. And even historically, there has been a different pattern of science where communities used to live in close interaction with the nature. When they used to invent new things, they used to discover new aspects about nature, which has been not documented. So in my own PhD thesis, I had tried to document a few of those things. Like weaving, for example. It is basically a Dalit, artifact. So in a similar pattern, if you look at the organized religions, Christianity, Islam, Buddhism, yes, all of them are actually going after religion, and they are going to all the three religions, Buddhism being the largest section.
Which religion Dalits are going to?
They are going to all religions. It depends upon which religions are closely there in their locality to interact with, in their proximity, in their geographical
influence at the time of changing
right.
their mind.
I'll tell you, for example, in a sizable region of states like Odisha, Telangana, Andhra, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Kerala. If you look at this zone, a sizable number of Dalits have converted to Christianity.
I see.
Yes. If you look at, for example, the whole Kandhamal riot, which happened between 2006, 7, 8, 9, 10 phase. The Pano, a Dalit community, the Panos, 85 to 90% of Panos are Christians.
What are the national figures which the Dalits are converted into which religion?
See, if you look at basically the Christian encyclopedia, for example, for India there are different terminologies being used with regards to the Christians. One of the terminology they use is crypto-Christian. The crypto-Christian basically means those people who believe in Jesus Christ but do not announce that they have become Christians. Yeah. So there is a huge section of Dalits. So the numbers cannot be counted based on the census statistics. See, there is also a critical question or a technical question. Let me place this. For the Adivasis, even if they convert to Islam or Hinduism or Christianity or Buddhism or remain as animist Adivasis, it doesn't affect their status of being a scheduled tribe in terms of accessing reservation spaces. But for a Dalit, it is entirely different. So it is not easy for a Dalit to announce his faith to that extent, whether he or she believes in it or not. But I'll come back to the question. But on the other end, if you look at states like Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Delhi, Bihar, Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, parts of Chhattisgarh and Maharashtra, the huge sections are converting to Buddhism. So the huge conversion. So you could have two different, geopolitical or geo-cultural zones where you could see that
But the largest number is most probably
converting to Buddhism. In Buddhism, yes. But Buddhism as a religion, if you look at Buddhism as an organized religion, Buddhism is problematic because of the schools of Mahayana, Hinayan, Vajrayan, Tantra Buddhism. It's quite problematic. But Baba Sahib's Buddhism is not part of any of these organized religion, which is basically based on 22 vows.
Tell me one thing.
Can I have some water? More a scientific Buddhism. It's basically, I look at it in a very dialectical way. I look at Baba Sahib's Buddhism in a very dialectical way. When I look at Baba Sahib's Buddhism, I see that this is exactly the same thing what Karl Marx have spoken about, dialectical materialism and scientific socialism. So basically, that socialist pattern of community being the owner, the Sangha, the idea of Sangha itself, which Baba Sahib actually had pronounced very strongly.
So, Goldy, I'm afraid I needed to rush to a couple of questions.
Sure. Please go.
One is Christianity for the people, those who adopt it and who are not born Christians. Does it offer a better package to the people who become Christians than Buddhism or Islam? Better schools, better hospital care, better job opportunity or education in some manner? Is it a better package? Comes with the religion and God?
Package is a very marketable terminology you're using. I don't know whether it's a better package or a bad package, but I have also interacted with many Christians, basically Dalit Christians from different parts of India. I could see one particular thing, that their faith in Christ is very high. I keep arguing with them. I try to reason with them, like, why Christ? Why not reasoning? So one thing which I have understood is that they have not converted for packages. In most of the cases, maybe in some cases, they have converted. They are still poor. They are still working. You go to Kandhamal, you will see that what I am saying is not incorrect. You go to Rayalaseema of Andhra. You go to Mehboob Nagar. You go to this, Warangal. So you will see that Dalits have not converted because of packages. But definitely church as an establishment, they have got their own agendas. So the individual coming to Christ is in a way defying his whole identity of being a Hindu, throwing away the baggages of Hinduism and adapting a different faith. But church as an institution has got its own agenda of hospital, of schools, of... So there is a difference between church and Christ.
Yeah.
There is a huge difference between church. Christ was a wonderful human.
Yeah.
History.
No, we are not going into Christ.
No, I'm just making. So that humanness of Christ really attracts people from the oppressed groups, both Adivasis and Dalits.
I mean, I raised this question because you mentioned that Buddhism has got certain problems because of its different sects or branches or different divisions within Buddhism. That is why I raised this.
No, I also mentioned that Baba Sahib's Buddhism is none of this. So Baba Sahib's Buddhism is all about reasoning. It is more a socialist format actually.
But then I immediately started thinking, if there are enough number of Bauddha schools, enough number of Bauddha hospitals, enough number of Bauddha orphanages, or center for leprosy patients, so I could not think of many. Probably there aren't as many as a Christian community would offer. I'm not...
You are correct actually. But now that is also coming up. There are many colleges, there are many hostels, there are many, there are friends and groups of Buddhist community, like there's a Sakya Sangha.
Yeah.
This Sakya Sangha is actually raising support and funds and all. Now it's a slow process. Christianity is there in India for nearly 300 years now.
Yeah.
And you cannot compete with the Christianity of Baba Sahib's 50 years of Buddhism. It's only 50 years now.